Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be drawing the characters from Felix Spells, Feathered Draws, Pumpkin Draws, and Real Likes to Animate. Let's start with Feathers. I really enjoyed the color palette. It all worked very well. They're bright colors just like Silkwings usually have, as this is clearly a Silkwing, and it's a simple palette. Nothing too crazy. And it actually makes a lot of sense. A lot of cool toned colors, but they're not just one shade. It's actually really interesting to draw characters like this. I like to draw characters with lots of colors, and I struggle a lot of the time to do very simple color palettes. But when people are able to pull it off this simply, it really looks good, and I actually think that this is one of the best executed versions of it. I also really like the way that she did all of the jewelry. It looks shiny and it looks pretty, and it's just really simple but really nice. And I like how much character is really seen in the drawing. You can kind of tell what they're like for the most part, which I think is a very good trait to have in drawing, if you can kind of guess the idea of a character just by the style in which it's drawn. I wanted to give each drawing a unique posing, so that's what I did. And since this character looked like a bookworm to me, I drew her with a book sitting down. Now, I apologize that my posing isn't the best. I'm working on it. I also tried to be detailed with these without making it overcrowded, and I tried to be as accurate as possible. Yeah. Also, other things that I actually really enjoy about drawing these characters is it gives me something new to do, something different. And seeing other people's styles is really refreshing, because I find if I just look at my style all the time, it doesn't improve, it doesn't get any better. But when I see other people's styles, I can say, hey, I like the way that they do this, and then implement that into my style. It's really helpful, and I would suggest having similar ideas of trying to draw characters you see in a different style, or just seeing different styles and drawing from there. It's always nice to get a better point of view. Overall, if I had to draw this character again, some things I would have done different is I think my style doesn't work very well with these specific colors, even though they are absolutely wonderful. I think I would have tried to tone the blue down just a bit. Same with the purple. I would basically tone everything down just a little bit. Even though that wouldn't be true to the character, sometimes the style just requires you to tone the colors down. Even though my style is very bright and colorful, there are times where I have to tone things down. I tried to keep the colors looking good though, but I'm not sure if I really struck the balance between my style and your character. Please let me know down in the comments if there was anything that I could do better, because I'm always looking to learn. And while we're here, I want to just say, these are some unique accessories. Well, not all of them, but the necklace especially. It looks very cool, and it was one of my favorite parts of the outfit, or the accessories. It feels both realistic, simple, and part of the character. It doesn't feel out of place. But if you want a pointer, I would try to keep the jewelry maybe closer to the same color, the gold being stand out a bit. Anyway, we move on to Real Likes to Animate. And oh my gosh, the style is so cute. I love the simplicity of it. And I definitely think that the character works brilliantly in the style as it is. The bright colors mix very well, and although I tend to like to have warmer colors toned down quite a lot. I don't think that this character would work with toned down colors. I think this character is exactly how it should be. And I actually really like the interesting speckles on it. I don't see speckles like that very often. On the wings and the body, it's very common, but having it on the tails and the frills isn't. I kind of got the vibe from the posing that this character should have a flying position, so that's what I did. I put her in a flying position, kind of like the one I did in a previous video. And I absolutely love the tail. It was so much fun to draw. Honestly, I would draw the tail over and over again because I just like the shaping of it, which is something that is not just fun, but simple. I also like the touch of brown for the horn. It keeps everything still in the same color palette, but keeps it from looking too monochrome. And I don't know if this is supposed to be a Wings of Fire character tribe, or if this is just a general dragon, or even a fan tribe, but whatever it is, I think it has a lot of good elements to it. The shapes feel like they go together, and the color palette feels like it goes together, and nothing really feels out of place. Although at this point in the drawing process, it did give me Fox vibes. And I actually like the asymmetry of this character. I feel like a lot of characters that have asymmetry are just not up my alley. I like very symmetrical looking characters. So when somebody's able to make a asymmetrical character look good, it's really impressive to me. Also, I loved the freckling, and I tried to get it accurate to like the amount. And I also like the simple blue eyes, although it didn't translate very well into my style. If I had to do this one again, I would probably do the eyes differently, because I feel like the eyes are a little out of place in my style. Moving on to pumpkin draws. I actually really enjoyed the very toned down colors of this one and the color scheme. It gives cottagecore vibes. And I actually really liked the style in which this was drawn in. I do feel like the colors are a little bit more toned down than what I usually do, but it's actually inspired me to make another drawing. I haven't finished it yet, but I wanted to try using much more toned down colors. Because I use very pastel colors, which are toned down as they are, but I wanted to try using just desaturated colors, like this. Especially for leaf wings, I feel like it fits their vibe quite a lot. And the dragon vibe in general. It'd be a whole lot of fun to just see Wings of Fire dragons, especially rain wings that are typically very colorful and a much more toned down vibe. This character has a very complicated design, and I wanted to mimic that as best I can. Because even though my character designs can range from very simple to very complicated, this character felt like the complicated part of this was really meant to be part of the character. It wasn't meant to be simple. And trying to simplify it felt like doing the character a disfavor. So, I wasn't quite sure if these were shadows or patterns, so I made them into patterns. If that's not correct, please let me know for next time if I ever draw another one of your characters. I think the color palette works very well. It's mostly brown with hints of brownish green, and then accent colors of green. The green stands out a lot without being overpowering. And honestly, this is exactly the color palette I'd use for a cottagecore dragon. She was a lot of fun to draw, and I absolutely adore your style. I also really liked the jewelry and accessories, although I had a hard time drawing them, so I kind of placed them outside of her or not on her, as if like she was relaxing and had taken off all of her equipment. I feel like that was some good storytelling on my part, but I don't know, maybe it was me just being lazy. What do you guys think? Do you think it was being lazy or storytelling? Oh, I actually didn't realize this was leaf silk until just right now. I had no idea. Oh my gosh. I feel so silly. Anyway, this is Felix Bell's character, and oh my gosh. I have never seen anybody pull off such a simple character so well. A lot of the times I feel like simple characters, even if done well, feel a little empty, unless they have patterns, which can still keep it simple. But this character was so simple, and yet it works incredibly well. Although I'm not super happy with the body type that I decided to give the dragon. If I were to be able to do this again with better skills, I probably would have made the body type closer to the original. I'm just not quite there at getting different body types yet in dragons. And I think it would have been a whole lot cooler if I was able to get that body type right. And I actually really like the yellow flower. I think it adds a pop of color and definitely fits well with the black and white. I think yellow works very well with black and white overall. And I'm not gonna lie, your character gives me Bendy vibes. Like Bendy and the Ink Machine. You know, Ink Monster, that kind of stuff. I don't know why. I think it might just be the black and white. Yeah, or like making it look like an old-timey style. But yeah, that's my thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope everyone who participated in this are happy with the designs. Since these are your characters, feel free to use them with credit. See you next time. Bye!